Hey viewers, welcome back to another motorhome vlog. There is the motorhome in question, and if you've seen on the previous episodes, we have a quite old tap, but I bought this one from Screwfix. It was £74, there's the details of it, and going to try and fit it today to the motorhome. So it's got like a swivel head and you can pull it out, and it's got a sprayer, and you can stop start it. It's the same one as I've got in my house. So we're going to fit that. It's got these two 15mm female connectors there, and I've already looked in the motorhome, that's got 10mm tails on it, so I'm going to try and reuse the existing pipework and just go from 15mm there to 10mm compression and use the tails that came with the tap. Is the plan. Oh, and Vicky's here. Say hi, Vicky. I cut before Vicky said hi. Hi. Vicky's just pointed out that the new tap is considerably bigger than the old one. If I give the camera to Vicky, I'll get the new tap out, which is here. So it's going to look a little bit like this. Obviously it's in its protective bag at the minute. We're going to have about, I think that's going to look really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's going to fit really well. And the controls at the minute, viewers, are less than ½ an inch from the actual edge of the basin, so it's quite hard to turn the taps on and off, whereas this one's the controls are at the front. So.
And we said it'd be good having a pull out one, so when the thingy's parked on a bit of a slope.
Yes.
And the sink gets full of mucky stuff
we
in the corner.
Spray the basin out, whereas at the minute we're restricted to, I've undone the back nut just to make sure it comes undone. Yeah, and that's where we're up to at the minute. I'll just put this light on, then I'll show you in this cupboard. I'll show you the tails that are in here. So Vicky just passes me the camera. Just in there, viewers. Can you see at the back there, the pipes going up? You see those? I can't see them. I can't even see them on this. Ah, they're there, look. These ones, they're the 10mm tails that I need to sort of intercept. I need to get into those, cut those shorter, and then we'll be able to get the old tap out, and then we'll be able to use these connectors and then use these new tails. So that bit goes in the bottom there, and then they come down. Now we'll be able to get the new tap fitted. Is the plan. And Vicky, should we show the viewers what you're going to do?
Yeah. I don't know where the bits are though.
They're under there.
Oh.
I put them all away. So Vicky's going to cut and fit the laminate flooring that we used, similar to what's on this table. If you remember a few episodes ago, Vicky's going to fit that on there, and that's going to look awesome. Sorry for the noise, viewers, but what I've done is I've cut the first pipe and it's leaking. So what I've done is get the wet and dry vacuum cleaner, and I'm sucking the water out the pipe so it doesn't go all over the cupboard. That's what's happening right now. That's the first pipe cut, viewers. The second pipe is cut, disconnected, tap brace removed. With the tap brace is that nut there. That nut that'll also come off. That holds the tap down to the basin. So this should come out now. This should just pull out. There we are. And the next thing I've noticed is the diameter of that is less than the diameter of those. So let's see if that'll still fit. What I also do is I always clean the worktop there, that part, before I put the new tap in, because I like things to be clean. But that'll fit nicely there. That will give us a new effect. So just as a point of interest, these taps are about £76 I think, and then these connectors to go from 15 to 10mm are about £2 each. Let's go see what Victoria's up to. Oh, Vicky looks like she's cut the first radius there with the scissors, home bargain scissors. to the nearest millimetre, of course. Just marker pen and scissors there. How's it going, Vicky?
Okay. I just don't want it to move while I'm doing the other end.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll leave Vicky to that, because that looks like very millimetre perfect stuff. Could do with a clamp or something to hold it.
It's okay.
Do you want me to hold it whilst you mark the next bit?
Could do.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll have to move in and sit down. And I'm just literally going to grip that whilst Vicky marks the next radius. Perfect.
You're not getting my tongue out again, are you?
Your tongue's not out. Vicky told me off for filming the last time with a concentration tongue out pose, which, in fairness, when I'm checking the light levels, f-stop, shutter speed, things like that, I want checking if your tongue's in or out. It's not something I checked. So what's that like?
Well, I don't know yet. It'll need some adjustment. Can you hold it at that end in the right place?
Like that.
Just need to cut this little corner off and probably a little bit more along
Yeah,
there.
just the nib.
And this is hard, cutting a little tiny bit off.
Can't hold the camera straight now. I'm checking because I'm laughing.
Now I'm cutting it wonky.
I'll go. Shall I go back to the tap?
Yes.
I'll go back to the tap. Go back to the tap, viewers. So that's the wet and dry hoover. It's a DeWalt, runs on batteries, so it's really helpful. Can plug in on the mains, but I run it on batteries just for mobility. So we're going to clean behind there. I'll just use some multi-surface wipes, and then I'm going to start fitting the tap. So to clean that up, I used this scour pad that was right next to it and some Flash Impeccable Clean. And now it's time to start putting the tap together. So the way I do these is I put these hoses in first, because you've got to get that, see that O seal there? You've got to get the O seal in right or it'll leak. But then it'll leak underneath the worktop at the back where you can't see it. So you need to check those first and get them in just right. Don't over tighten those, viewers. You've got to be really careful with this next bit. So if you see there, viewers, I've got to get that hose in that housing there and then rotate it. And just like it says, I think it's got a sticker on the hose saying don't like use tools and stuff. Just there, like don't use spanners, because you kink the hose and then it'll burst it and it'll just leak everywhere. So I'm just gonna put those in by hand and then just watch the O seal go into the housing, and then when it starts nipping up, just do it by hand until it stops, because it'll be a face to face, metal to metal, and the actual O seal inside is the seal, not the tension or tightness of the pipe. So don't over tighten those. I'll just go do the next one now. Right, so I've got the tails in, just did them hand tight, you know, get hold of it and give it a good nip by hand, but don't kink the pipe, because it sort of busts the braid and pierces the pipe inside, because it's only rubber, like flexi rubber thing. So nip that up, and then it's fit the tap and then get the tap brace on next. Update from the back row. Vicky's cutting the second tile. This one's fitted. He said it's not sticking very well, but they do tend to sort of adhere after a couple of days. The glue sort of goes hard and sticks real well. But that is looking very, very good. Next part, viewers, I need to convert it from the 15mm here, which is on the end of the flexi, to 10mm compression to go on the 10mm tails that are down there. So that's what I'm doing now, and I'm using these fittings. I don't know what they call them, I just call them a 15 to 10mm. Reducing couplet, 15 to 10mm compression. But I don't need the compression on the 15 side because there's rubbers there. You okay, Vicky?
Oh, thanks for finally asking.
I was like mid-sentence. Something I always do with these fittings as well is I always put the olive, the end cap and the olive on the pipe that I'm going to fit it to first, rather than trying to get the entire tap, all this and all that, and then try and do it up. I put the, if you see in there on the hot one, I've already put the compression coupler and the olive on the pipe ready, so I can just nip it up when I'm under the basin. Just makes it a bit easier. So I've got both the compression fittings on the end of the flexi hoses there, got the flexi hoses in. I need to remember that this one is the hot one, which is on the left. So hot on the left. This one's handily got little red idents on it as well. So we get hot on the left, which is the water regulations. So when it's that way, that's the hot. So next part is we need to get these braces here on the end of the tap. Once I fitted the tap in the hole, so the braces need to be on the other side, but on this side we need the chrome fitting, which is that needs to fit on there. So that's the next part we're going to do. Let's look at Victoria's Secret table. That's looking really good. It's a bit patchworky because we'll run out of tiles, but Vicky's going to do an excellent job of it as always. How are you feeling, Vicky?
Okay.
Good.
I just wish it stuck better.
Yes. I'm going to put a load of weights on this to stick it down, and it worked great on the last table, and that's doing really well. Update, viewers, so I've got the hoses in, and now it's just a case of lowering this all down now, like so. So I've got the electrical cable, just left that in because it's not really in my way. Now I'm just going to put the basin connectors on underneath to get the tap held down securely to the worktop. I'll have an update from Vicky. How's it looking back here? Oh, cleaning.
Just got one bit to put on.
Yeah, looking really good. So, to the basin brace and beyond. So the next part, viewers, is I need to fit this brace to the underneath. The basin goes against there, or the underneath of the basin. Pipes and the threads go through there. The threads then go through this clamp, which goes on that side of that, so kind of upside down, like such. Put the other way around. Rubber then that. So the threads come through, and these go on top. Tighten them up tight, and then we do the pipes up. That's all going to happen in the cupboard. Upside down. Don't know what you can see, but I'm going to be working up there, so I'm not going to film this part because I can't see what I'm doing and I need both hands. And Vicky's nearly done the table because she's awesome. Right then, viewers, I've got the brace and the washer and the rubber and the first back nut on, as you can see there, and then I've got the other back nut, and it's 8mm. So we're going to use the 8mm socket, and then probably an extension, and then we're going to use the ratchet to tighten it all up. Was that in shot? Yeah, it was, yeah. Good. And then Vicky's going to hold the tap on top. In a minute, I'll just show the viewers the table. So that, which just needs some weight on it now, Vicky's telling me. Oh yeah, I can see, yeah, it's going to look really good. Well done, Vicky. One thing that I just remembered about these is the thread's longer than the depth of the bolt, so the thread comes through all the way, and then your socket's not long enough. So if you get one of these are like a ratchet on the end of a spanner, So I'm going to use that inside there and just go to get the last bits of nip on this so it's nice and tight. So Vicky's just come and helped, and we've got the tap in all solid. Now I just need to pipe it up, get the water and the cold and hot feed back together. Now unfortunately viewers, as you can see, the Speedfit fitting that's 26 years old that I've disturbed in fitting that, I've tried not to spin the pipe but it must have moved a bit, and that they're both now leaking a little bit, and it's the Speedfit fitting here. So I need a whatever size that is to that. I don't know if that's 15mm plastic to 10mm copper. I need 2 new of those because they're both leaking, and it ain't leaking from above, it's them, these fittings here, unfortunately. So if anybody in the comments knows where I can get those fittings from, please leave a comment. But in the meantime, just as it's the end of this video, or coming towards the end of this video, we're going to check out the tap. So we'll see if this works. Just got to get the water out of the system first. There we are. So that's hot and cold, and then on the back there's a button to make it spray, and you can stop it, and vice versa. That's it. Fully hot, fully cold, and then in the middle, and then it comes out like this. You can spray around, and that is it all working. And that is how to replace a tap on a 1998 Swift Bessacarr. Also renovating the table at the back. So thank you to Vicky for the tap, for the table renovation, and I've done the tap, and then unfortunately disturbed both of those fittings that are now leaking, which is a bit of a shame, but to be expected on a older system like this. We'll just get 2 new fittings and fit those before the weekend. So what's the news, Vicky?
I put some super glue on it.
You super glued it?
Yeah.
That's looking really good now. So it's gone from the 90s brown to the modern day look, and all thanks to Victoria, so well done.
Still put something heavy on it though. And
yes,
I've
yeah,
lost the super glue lid down the back of there.
Oh. Don't know if we're getting that back.
I'll just use it all up. I need it.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, but you can't get
My arms are too big. They're quite long, but they're too big to get in there.
I pretty much used it all up anyway. I'll just.
The next day.
Right then, viewers. So I've got some new fittings because these fittings are leaking. So I'm going to replace them with one of these. Hopefully these fit. And we're going to check that out now. So these are just off Amazon. They're 12mm to 10mm fitting, and I hope they're the same as those that are in there. They're a John Guest fitting. I can see the John Guest logo on them. I couldn't find John Guest ones anywhere. I've got these. So those fittings in there are very likely original, and they're just a speed fit connector like this. But that part, see the release mechanism on them, that doesn't work on those, so I'm going to have to cut them out with, that's the copper cutter, and these are plastic pipe cutters, because as you can see it's plastic below and copper above. And what these do is they give you a nice chamfered but even cut, nice and clean cut. So that's what I'm going to do now. Probably start with a copper. Yeah, probably start with a copper. You can get smaller ones of these, but I can't find my smaller one, which would be beneficial because you get a smaller diameter round. Screw it on, get it tight, and just go round and round and round. Try and cut hoping the plastic actually undoes, so I don't have to cut that as well. Obviously make sure the water's turned off when you do this. Cheers. The wet and dry on the standby. That's the first one cut. So that's the first pipe cut, look. And then, well, I'm going to cut the plastic below or see if that fitting will come off. I haven't actually tried the bottom part of the fittings, but you might just pull the collar and it might lift off. But, oh, that's lifting actually, so that might, yeah, that's come off, look. Yeah, but the top part, that part, the collar's pushed all the way down, but it still won't release. So I think that's corroded in. So we'll try this new fitting. Make sure the pipe's clean and tidy. That feels fine, so push that on there. Give it a good push, then pull it, make sure it's on. And if you look, I don't know if I'll be able to get this on this camera, but if you look down the pipe, can't really see what I'm filming, it's a bit dark. If you look down the pipe, you want to make sure it's all the way in, which it is. And then get the copper side, push that in. I think the old fittings have been leaking for a while because this shelf's all rotten, completely rotten, look. So I think they've been sort of weeping for a while, and I haven't known because I don't really check in the cupboards, just put stuff in the cupboards and then leave it. So I'm going to cut the other one and fit another one of these to there and then see if it all works. And then that will be the tap complete, or the tap replacement complete. See if this will undo. No, that's done the same, it's like corroded in. This one was leaking as well, so I'll just change them both. Right, on that. Bit tricky this. Push that to the back. Try and get it all the way, but not a great deal of room, so I'm literally working in a cupboard. This is actually a refrigeration pipe cutter, so it's made for thicker diameter pipe, because refrigeration, like CO2 and things like that, you can have like 80 bar running pressures, whereas this is only about 1 bar. So yeah, that's the old fitting. That's come off the plastic side again, but again the copper is corroded in because it's dissimilar metals. So you've got steel teeth in there biting onto copper. It's been in there 26 years, and then add water, so you get the electrolyte, and the similar metals just fuse and corrode together. So push that on there, way around. Oh, that side's 10mm, that side's 12mm, because all the plastic pipe in this caravan, the motorhome, is 12mm, but the tails, them, are 10. So this is different sizes. So I had to special order these. So push that on there, put that in there. There we go. Right, pull that back out. Turn the water on and see if it's hopefully sealed. Sealed up and no leaks is what we want. So turn the power on, turn the water on, so the pump cuts in, pressurises the system, taps off. Hopefully won't get any leaks now. We saw, remember yesterday when before I ordered the parts, these were leaking, but now they're not. Just try the tap, purge it all through. Much better tap. That's all primed, full of water, and no leaks. So that is a success, I would say. Just check the tails, because you can get a leak out the O-rings at the top sometimes. That's totally dry, which is what we'll want. Yeah. So I'll leave that pressurised up for a minute. So we're away this weekend. We're off up to Darlington to see Vicky's dad. Do the Great North Run, Park Run, Darlington South Park Run on Saturday. That'll be a future video, so look out for that one. But that is the tap complete. That's the tap replaced in the motorhome. So thank you very much for watching. Check out Vicky's channel, Miss Bennett's German channel, link in description box, and there should be a little circle on the end screen. And please subscribe to my channel. Explore videos Thursday, motorhome videos Sunday, and from me and those fittings in there that don't leak, bye bye for now.